All right, so I was on the side of the house a minute ago, and I was watering some lettuces that I'd moved, and I raised up a trash can lid for whatever reason. There's a big ass red wasp in there, and it chased me to the backyard. So I figured, hey, while I'm back here and can't get in the back door, I'll go ahead and make a quick little container garden video. So these are some super hots that I'm trying. I've got some aphid damage on these, I think. But they're finally making some flowers. This is still early summer, late spring, I guess. I've got some eggplants. This one doesn't have any flowers, but this one does. This one's got a couple of flowers, couple of flower buds. Same with the aphids is what I'm assuming. There was some on here the other day, and I came back here and rubbed them off. But yeah, we got some flowers there. I don't know which super hots these are because I don't label my plants. I'm horrible about that. But there's lots of flower buds on this guy. And this is, I think this is a 10 gallon smart pot. And these things are great, man. But you know, if you're in a hot climate, I would not get the black ones. Stick with this tan. Black just, you know, it absorbs too much heat, and you want to keep those root systems as cool as possible. But yeah, these guys are just, I'm happy with that. It's a lot better than the ones that I've got in ground. My Meyer Lemon that I propagated from a cutting that I brought home, or that I accidentally broke off when I brought the mother plant home. And it had a whole bunch of flowers on it the other day. It doesn't look like many of them actually set, which is fine by me, because I didn't want it to stress the tree out. We do have some right here. This is new growth. I'm gonna have to, let's see. Well, that's probably just a magnesium deficiency. If it was nitrogen, it would be in the older growth. Nitrogen is mobile in plant tissue, so if there were a nitrogen deficiency, it would take the nitrogen from the older leaves and then move it to the younger leaves, because that's where it's going to photosynthesize. Also, well, magnesium is also mobile in plant tissue, so that I'm going to go with iron on that. I'm going to say that's an iron deficiency. I'll see if I can get some chelated iron and fix that little problem. So I planted some French marigolds with the mother Meyer lemon tree here. I'll show you some more of that up there in just a second, but I wanted to talk about something real quick. Now, directly behind me is south. Well, actually that would be closer to southeast. But okay, so right there, directly behind me is south. And if you notice, that's where these suckers are coming up off of this rootstock. This trifoliate rootstock has thrown up suckers, and it does it every year. And if I were to turn the tree around, it would shoot them up from this other side too. What these suckers are telling you is that the rootstock is trying to protect the trunk. Okay? People, for whatever reason, seem to think that that citrus likes to be proven to be a tree, and it doesn't. Now, maybe when they're older and they get more of a bark, like this one that I grew from seed, this guy has got some hard bark. It can take a little sun on that you know, with no problem. I'll also show you. I'm going to show you where this tree's been burnt by the sun. Let's see if I haven't already cut it all out. Got limbs. Look at that in my tree. That's just from the trees hanging above it. But okay, so right here, that's sunburn. That's not you know, the tree didn't do that on purpose. It burned it, or the sun burned it, and now it's really struggling. And that was my fault. I just got careless with it and didn't come out here. You see that stuff that I've smeared on it? That right there, that is a mix of neem oil and Surround. Surround is it's basically kaolin clay. It's a very fine sprayable clay. They marketed it a few years ago as surround, and it's supposed to kind of act like diatomaceous earth, in that it would irritate the skins or not skins, the exoskeletons of certain insects. Now, apparently, it was also supposed to keep the surface of the leaves cooler, as a sprayable protectant. I'm assuming that it didn't really take off the way everyone thought it would, or people just realized that it was just kaolin clay and decided to go for that instead. I got a big 40-pound bag of it for half price at my my local nursery last year, so do with that what you will. This right here looks like, I spray painted my leaves. No, that's just sun damage because I didn't harden this back off when I brought it back outdoors. This is a 5-year-old tree now, I think. But it's, I had to get beat up this early this spring, and that's, completely burnt. That's, don't neglect to harden off your trees when you take them back outdoors after being indoors all winter. Especially because, I have a pretty decent light indoors, so it was doing great. You see these big, pretty leaves, those had only been exposed to the indoor lights. So regardless of how old the tree is, if you get any new growth on it, it's going to really, it's not gonna have a good time when you take it right back outdoors. So yeah, I got some of that mixture of neem and kaolin. But yeah, so, and these are just some peppers that have been struggling. I have a hard time with peppers here in North Texas. I don't know if it's something that I'm doing, or if it's just that they do not really like as much sun as I get, or something. I don't know. I'm not hardening them off well enough. I went and bought an apple tree about a month ago, and I'm attempting to graft to it. I tried to make a video of this little grafting endeavor, attempt, whatever. But it just wasn't in the books. It's not easy to record. Not up here on the balcony anyway. I don't know how well these are gonna take. I still, I mean, I think I did this 2-3 weeks ago, and I'm still not seeing any kind of bud break. So this may have been in vain. I actually unwrapped this one yesterday just to check and see if it had healed any, and I don't think it has. So maybe, I don't know if any of these are gonna take. I need to take this and put this back in the sunnier part of the yard. But yeah, that's basically all I got going on up here that's worth talking about. Some these aloe I brought back outdoors without hardening them off. That's what happens when you neglect to do the things that you know that are right. If you don't do them, it's just, and that was just just me being lazy. I hope that's a bird feather, not an asp. Get off me. Anyway, so I think maybe that red wasp is probably gone. I'm gonna go ahead and go get the lawnmower and cut the grass because it needs to be cut. Y'all take care. Like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. We'll see you again soon.